All right, let's just jump right in. I mean, it feels like artificial intelligence basically exploded into our lives overnight, right? One minute, it's just stuff you see in movies, and the next, it's everywhere. It's on your phone, it's at your job, and it is moving so fast.
And that's really the big question, isn't it? How did this happen? For years, AI was just kind of chugging along in the background, making steady progress, and then boom, tools like ChatGPT land, and it suddenly felt like we jumped forward, I don't know, 50 years. So what's behind this sudden surge? Well, this right here is the engine behind it all. It's pure exponential acceleration. See, for a while, the computing power for AI was doubling about every 20 months. Pretty fast. But now, as of 2024, it's doubling every 6 months. That kind of speed is just staggering. So, to really wrap our heads around how we got here, we need to take a quick step back.
Yeah, that incredible growth didn't just pop out of nowhere. It's been building for decades. You know, every revolution has an origin story, and for AI, it's all built on a few really key breakthroughs that paved the way for right now. You can really see the major milestones right here. It all officially kicked off in 1956, when a bunch of researchers got together and actually coined the term artificial intelligence. Then you fast forward to 1997. This was a huge deal for the public, when IBM's Deep Blue beat the world chess champion. It proved a machine could out-strategize the best of us. Then, in 2012, a technical leap happened that changed everything. A system called AlexNet got incredibly good at recognizing images, which unlocked the potential for things like self-driving cars. And then, of course, 2022. ChatGPT was released, and suddenly millions of people had a powerful AI right at their fingertips, which really lit the fuse on the explosion we're seeing today.
Okay, so to really understand what's going on, we have to cut through some of the noise. You hear these terms thrown around all the time: AI, machine learning, deep learning, and people often use them like they're the same thing. But they're not. They're actually very distinct. So let's start with the big one: artificial intelligence, or AI. Think of this as the giant umbrella that covers everything else. It's the whole field, the big, ambitious goal of making machines intelligent that's been around since the 50s. And this is the perfect way to visualize it. It's like those Russian nesting dolls. AI is the biggest doll, the whole field. You open it up, and inside you find machine learning, which isn't the whole field, but a specific way of doing AI. Then you open that one up, and you find deep learning, which is an even more advanced, more powerful technique inside of machine learning. So what exactly is machine learning? Well, this is the magic right here. Instead of a programmer having to write code for every single possibility, like if you see this, do that, we just feed the machine a massive amount of data and let it figure out the patterns on its own. It literally learns from experience, kind of like we do. And deep learning, that takes it to another level. It uses these really complex systems called neural networks, which are actually inspired by the structure of the human brain. And this is what gives AI the power to do truly amazing things, like understanding subtle human language or spotting one particular face in a giant crowd. It's the powerhouse behind almost all of today's biggest AI breakthroughs. All right, now that we know how it works, let's talk about what it is. You can basically sort every single AI system that exists, or that we can imagine, into one of three buckets based on what it can do. And honestly, this is probably the most useful framework for understanding any conversation about AI. So let's break this down. First, on the left, you've got artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. This AI is a specialist. It's brilliant at one thing, but that's it. And this is the only type of AI we actually have today. In the middle is the big goal: artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is the dream of an AI that's as smart and adaptable as a human being. It's still theoretical, but it's what everyone's racing to build. And then, way over on the right, you have the stuff of sci-fi, artificial superintelligence, or ASI. This would be an intellect that's smarter than humanity in, well, everything. And this is the key takeaway, really. Every single AI you use, Siri, ChatGPT, the algorithm that recommends your next show on Netflix, your Spotify playlist that just gets you, all of it is ANI. They're amazing tools, but each one is a specialist operating in its own little world. So if everything we have right now is narrow AI, what's next? What's on the horizon? Well, the next wave is already starting to crest, and it's all about making AI more versatile, more integrated into our world, and way more autonomous. Here's a quick look at what's coming. First, we're seeing multimodal models. AIs that won't just understand text, but images, sound, and video all at the same time. Then you have agentic AI, which is a huge one. These are systems that can actually plan and execute tasks for you. And we're also seeing AI get small enough to run right on your phone, which is a big deal for privacy and speed. And, maybe most importantly, there's a massive global conversation happening right now around governance, about how we make sure all this incredible technology is used safely and for good. And that brings us to a really, really important point. The real challenge with super powerful AI isn't some sci-fi scenario with evil robots. It's actually something much more subtle. It's about making sure its goals are aligned with ours. See, an AI is going to find the absolute most efficient path to achieving a goal you give it, even if that path has all sorts of unintended consequences a person would have known to avoid. And that's really the question that hangs over everything. As we keep building these machines that can learn and act on their own, the most important job we have isn't just making them smarter. It's making sure that their goals, their definition of a job well done, is perfectly, completely in sync with our human values. That's the real challenge that's going to define this next chapter for all of us.